Welcome to Dr. Mary Travel Best's 5 Steps to Solo Travel Guide for women like you who need extra support, traveling one woman at a time. Please share this podcast with your friends, your aunts, your mom, your sister. I appreciate your feedback and travel questions as I write a 3rd book about my 90 days around the world. In this episode, the FAQ is, how can I learn about a country's customs before I visit there? The destination, Agra, India. And the misstep, I took the wrong bus to the airport in Reykjavik. Travel advice, Petroleum Jelly has many uses for travelers, so save space and money, simply. And now the FAQ, how can I learn about a country's customs before I visit there? Well, I'm going to give you 5 answers today. And step 4 and step 5 are a little more challenging for this as far as getting to know the country's customs. You might have to work a little harder researching those answers. So the first place to look is online. So use the internet to find reliable sources, forums, and blogs. Second, check your local library or bookstore. You can find some guidebooks, and they will give you some cultural insight in depth. Next is language apps. Use those language apps, you know what they are, like Duolingo, to familiarize yourself with basic phrases and etiquette. Number 4 is cultural workshops. So see if you can attend a cultural workshop in your area. And lastly, ask your friends to connect you with locals, or do it yourself. Engage with locals through social media platforms or language exchange websites. And now, today's destination, Agra, India. Agra is a city on the banks of the Yamuna River in the Indian state of Uttar Pradesh, about 142 miles southeast of the national capital, Delhi. It's about the same distance from San Diego to Los Angeles and has 1.7 million people. You will find one of the 7 wonders of the world, the Taj Mahal. It's an iconic white marble magical mausoleum built by the Emperor Shah Jahan in memory of his beloved wife. She was also his favorite wife, Mumtaz Mahal. This building is a masterpiece of Mughal architecture. It's a symbol of eternal love. The second place to visit is the Agra Fort. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It's a red sandstone fort on the banks of the same river. It served as the primary residence of the emperors and houses several impressive structures, including the palace and the Khas Mahal. Other places to visit include Kamari Bazaar, a bustling market, and Mehtab Bagh, a garden complex on the opposite side of the Yamuna River from the Taj Mahal. So from this garden viewpoint, you can enjoy some peace. You can walk around the monument, and you can see the Taj Mahal at different times of the day. There's other ancient cities and tombs to explore here, which I hope to visit someday. Mesmerizing. That's what I said when I saw the Taj Mahal. How large? It's 242 feet tall and the exact same size below ground. I had to wear shoe covers to see the mosque. I took a taxi, I waited for Neeraj, my photographer, and got in a golf cart for the last mile to get there. And here's a funny story. So as I was walking in to the Taj Mahal, I had to go through this female section. The entrance was to frisk me, but my head hit the ceiling. Those security guards were laughing like they'd never seen this before. It was happy laughter. Perhaps they thought I was a man. Now, native Indian people walked up to me for selfies during my visit. And of course, I said, sure. One thing I got to do was see an Indian wedding culture. So some of the experiences were putting henna, where you actually dip your fingers in it. And they also made lots of presents. So I helped create some of these, including a sugar-wrapped clear plastic ball. And then we blowtorched it to seal. And we also had some fake coconut balls, some sparkly stuff, and some pretty cool baskets wrapped nicely. This was a big deal. It's an arranged marriage. Now, places I want to go see next time I want to go to the Temple of Love. That's right. Now, speaking of weddings, this one was arranged, and the family that I was staying with were kind enough to invite me, but I wasn't able to attend the wedding. Leaving Agra, I was in a 10-mile car chase of a tour bus to Delhi. It was a hair-raising adventure because there were so many different elements. The bus left early from a street under a freeway, and thousands of people were in the area, all going somewhere. And now for today's misstep. I took the wrong bus to the airport in Reykjavik. My concierge told me this was the right bus, so I assumed correctly. I got on the bus, I rode past the airport, and then I said to the driver, "Hey, you didn't stop." And he didn't have any clue as to what I was talking about. So finally, I did get to the airport in the rain. Don't make my mistake. Take time to check the bus schedules and routes. And now for today's travel advice. Petroleum jelly. That's right. Save space and money with lots of uses for petroleum jelly, something like Vaseline. You can pack it in a small travel-sized container to avoid leaks and spills, and be mindful of any regulations or restrictions. So here are all the different uses that I could think of, and to help you travel light, the Vaseline could be a moisturizer, right? It can help with your dry skin. It can also help with your lips. Now, as a skin protector, it will help to areas that you might get chafing, like your thighs or your heels. It could also help with minor wounds, like cuts or scrapes or insect bites, even sunburns or blisters. It can help keep out dirt and bacteria. Now, it also could be a protective barrier for sensitive areas, such as the back of your ankles or the tops of your feet to prevent blisters. Now, it's also a good makeup remover. So put a small amount on a cotton pad and gently wipe away your makeup. And then, besides your skin, we've got some other ideas here to prevent rust on metal, as a fire starter, as a shoe polish, or as a leather conditioner. I want to bring meaning to your travel, so send a question or travel tip, and yours could be heard here. Sign up for the free newsletter on 5 steps to solo travel. And we can connect on our Facebook group or Instagram. You could subscribe on YouTube or X. Find the 5 Steps to Solo Travel series on Amazon. And please support this podcast with a review. I could really use that.
What's on your travel bucket list? Tell the doctor and her team of women who travel the world seeking the very best. Dr. Travel Best, that is.